Direct from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Martin Satyanesan. Let's start off with a look at your headlines for this afternoon.
Death toll from the deadly coronavirus rises to 132 in China. Another group of university students arrive in the island from China. Parakumpura National School in Mahava closed temporarily due to the spread of a flu. Meeting between Attorney General and the Speaker.
Now those stories in detail. 25 Sri Lankan students pursuing higher studies in China arrived in the country from the Guangzhou airport this morning.
The students had undergone a special screening process which had been carried out by the special medical teams appointed for the purpose. The Sri Lankan embassy in China said 176 Sri Lankan students residing in China had returned to the country last night. Acting Sri Lankan ambassador to China K. Yoganathan said that 484 students are expected to return in due process.
Meanwhile, Department of Ayurveda has informed of measures that could be taken to prevent the spread of coronavirus. Dr. HPK Ajit Kumara, attached to the Gampa Vikramarachi Ayurveda Teaching Hospital, said leaflets are also being distributed. He further noted the fumigation can be done utilizing Ayurvedic leaves which contain disinfective properties.
Like the ancient medicinal methods adopted by our ancestors, there is a possibility of cleansing the nose through oil drops. Our houses, rooms could be fumigated using Ayurvedic leaves which contain disinfective properties. Bus drivers too can fumigate their buses in this manner prior to their journey. At the same time, this virus could be prevented by trying an Ayurvedic herbal boil on the hand.
The death toll in China of the coronavirus has increased to 132. With the increasing death toll, authorities have taken measures to remove foreigners from the Chinese city of Wuhan, that is considered as the epicenter of the coronavirus.
Hundreds of foreign nationals have been evacuated from the Chinese city of Wuhan, the center of the coronavirus outbreak, as more deaths and cases were confirmed. Australia plans to quarantine its 600 returning citizens for 2 weeks on Christmas Island, some 2,000 kilometers from the mainland. Japan, the United States and the European Union are also repatriating their citizens. The Chinese president, who described the coronavirus as a devil virus, has vowed to put a stop to the spread of the virus. 132 people have died of the virus so far, while 103 patients had recovered and been discharged after receiving treatment. The virus has spread across 17 countries, however no deaths have been reported from anywhere else other than China. Confirmation of person-to-person transmission in Germany, Vietnam, Taiwan and Japan, as opposed to travelers bringing in the virus from China, have heightened concerns about the spread of the virus. Scientists in Australia have become the first to recreate the new coronavirus outside of China in what they have called a significant breakthrough. The discovery will be shared with the World Health Organization in the hope it may help efforts to diagnose and treat the virus. Scientists in China have also recreated the virus and shared its genome sequence, but not the virus itself.
80 students at the Parakumpura National School in Kiribavayaya in Mahava have been diagnosed with a type of a flu. Our correspondent said as a result the school has been temporarily closed today. Several students who fell ill have been admitted to the Parakumpura hospital. An official attached to the Mahava Education Zone said a report regarding the situation has been called from public health inspectors and medical officials. Health officials, however, expect to open the school tomorrow. The conduct of a container truck driver assisted in reducing the magnitude of an accident which would have had severe repercussions in the lower Kadugarnav area. A container truck plying towards Varakapula from Digana while transporting electric poles met with an accident in the Kadugarnav area. Police said that the accident had occurred due to a fault in the braking system of the vehicle. The driver and his assistant had been travelling in the vehicle at the time of the incident. The driver had sustained minor injuries from the accident. Police said the magnitude of the accident, which would have been severe if the vehicle had crashed onto a row of shops in the area, had been reduced due to the quick thinking of the driver. According to reports from Parliament, Attorney General Dappulu D. Livera met with Speaker Karu Jayasuriya last evening in accordance to the Constitutional Council discussion. It was reported the meeting centered around the directive issued by the Attorney General to arrest interdicted High Court Judge Gihan Pilapitiya over the Ranjan Ramanayaka call recordings. Another government initiative to declare open a drinking water project at the Sudarshana Vidyalaya in Anuradhapura was held today. Akila Rondania from Newsfirst brings you the latest update.
You're joining us here today at the Annapurna Sudarshana Mahavidyalaya, where the students of this school were denied access to clean running water. And under the purview of the Sirasa government, the program, we were able to grant them such facilities. This program was spearheaded by one Ms. Thirin Ramanayaka over 2 months ago, and today marks the completion of this project. Join us later for further updates at News First.
Meanwhile, State Minister of Agriculture Vidura Wickramanayake commented on the responsibilities of state officers in Bulat Singhala yesterday. We should move forward by coming up with novel concepts. Was it possible for the agricultural sector to uplift its progress through homegrown? No, that was a failure. Why do those fail? I consider them as conservative agricultural methods.
මේ රාජ්‍ය ඇමති ධූරය ලැබුණා. ඒ ලැබිච්ච දවසේ ඉඳන් නිලධාරීන්ගේ පැත්තෙන් එන්නේ ඔක්කොම කන්නලව්. ඒවා වැරදි.
I'm not saying that those are wrong. However, do we ever think that what should be happening in the country is happening? We obtain our wages through public funds, but we behave like we are saints. SLFP supporters held a public rally in the Madagama area in Arlaganville regarding the upcoming general election yesterday. The rally was held under the patronage of former President Maithripala Sirisena.
The meeting was organised by SLFP organiser for Madagama, A.S. Chaminda.
As you all know, Gotabaya Rajapaksa won the presidential election on the 16th of November last year. Since Gotabaya Rajapaksa has no parliamentary support, he has to face what happened to me when I was president. When I was president, the opposition had the power of parliament. So the parliament will be dissolved and a new election is due by the end of April. It is not our intention to create issues among us. It does not matter whether the issues are within the JVP, UNP or the SLPP. The issue is not with political parties but the country and the people. Parliamentarian Vijaypala Hettiarachchi expressed the following views with regard to the United National Party's plans for the upcoming parliamentary elections. All factions will extend their support to Sajith Premadasa, who is the alliance leader, prime ministerial candidate and the opposition leader, in order to form a broad alliance. We are confident that Sajith Premadasa will be elected as a leader of both the government and the United National Front in order to make changes in the country under President Gotabaya Rajapaksa.
පැතිවරයා බවට පත් වෙනවයි කියන එක අපට ඉරහඳ වගේ විශ්වාසයි.
විශේෂයෙන්ම එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂය සහ මේ ප්‍රමුඛ සන්ධානයන් සමග වෙනත් පක්ෂ ඉදිරිපිටදී සම්බන්ධ වීමක් තියෙනවා. මොකක්ද ඒකේ தත්ත්වය?
ඔව් සත්‍ය වශයෙන්ම ඉදිරියේදී මට
All party leaders constituting the alliance have agreed to support Sajith Premadasa and take part in these elections by nominating him as the prime ministerial candidate. Apart from that, I strongly believe that even the Janata Vimukti Peramuna will join our alliance irrespective of any differences. They are currently holding talks in a bid to uplift this country.
මේ රට ගොඩනගන්නටත් ඔවුන් දැන් සූදානමින් දැන් සාකච්ඡා පවත්.
A night training program was being initiated in Kurunagala for the first time in Sri Lanka to train drivers for nighttime driving.
Country at night, and one of the main reasons is the lack of drivers with necessary skills to drive at night. As a solution to this problem, in addition to daytime driving training programs, the Department of Motor Traffic Kurunagala has commenced training programs for night drivers yesterday. Accordingly, night training will be provided in Kurunagala in addition to day training. The program is to be launched in other districts of the country in the near future. The program will be named as an exemplary kilometre with no road accidents. The 1 kilometre stretch of road, which falls under the purview of the Kurunagala police, where most of the accidents occurred last year, will be utilised to train new drivers during the night time. The highest number of accidents last year were reported from the 1 kilometre stretch of the Saragama area. Our intention is to create awareness among drivers through officials attached to the Department of Motor Traffic and to ultimately reduce the number of accidents which occurred in this area.
From that, we bring to a close this edition of Lunchtime News on TV1. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Martin Satyanis, and your latest news update will come your way at 1:55. Until then, take care.